Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna start it off. Our offense rough, our defense tough. Go Bucks. I used to do this in the end. Go Bucks. Ain't no other team stopping us. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. And the Raymond James, we do our thing every time we score them. Cannons bang. Well, no cannons banging today. If you want to see a game, go Bucks. Go Bucks. What it do, everybody? We here. We got my dog.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Hey man, you don't sound too hype. All them other days. Let's talk about why we never did Bucks work. Because every time we lose, you never want to come through. So we won today, y'all. Yeah,
We're not going back. We talking about today,
every
and
time every time we lose, you don't want to come through.
can we talk about today and against the Seattle Seahawks? I'm gonna just start and say the Bucs need to just play in Germany every week because
Go Julio. Go Julio. Go Rashad White.
um
I've been telling y'all about Rashad White, man. I saw him in preseason. That dude is the real deal, man. Shout out to everybody that's up in here. If y'all don't know, this is Bucks World. For everybody that's on the Spoken Reasons channel, make sure you go to the Facebook and tune in. Make sure you go to the Twitter, follow, and go to the Bucks World YouTube channel. Y'all make sure y'all go to the Bucks World YouTube channel. Everybody do as well. But it's mainly on Facebook, mainly on the Tube or Twitter, whatever the case may be. But yeah, the Bucks won 21-16. Beautiful win. I have no complaints out there. You said my dog will get live 45. We're gonna get his money. He earned his money tonight. He will be getting that check. Look like Rashad White. We about to have a two-back system, which you said what the Bucks want. So it's gonna be Rashad White and it's gonna be Leonard Fournette. I don't know how Leonard feels right now, but that's besides the point right now. Offense showed up, defense showed up. I have no complaints. I really don't have no complaints at all.
let me run down some stats real quick, and then we could talk about the game. I think the big thing here, the Bucks came out 14-0. That was when we talk about starts, we still are starting off slow. For some reason we scoring in the first quarter is like hard for us to do, but putting up 14 in the second quarter, that was big. You're talking about Rashad White, 105 yards rushing today. That's the first time a Bucks running back has seen over 100 in forever. It seems like defense. DK Metcalf ended up with 71 yards, but I think overall the Bucks did a good job of stopping DK. We know he's tall, big, physical, a type of person. For one thing though, when we talk about in the past versus today, the big thing for the Bucks, I think, was the running game finally paid off. When you talk about time of possession, looking now, the Bucks had the ball way more, lot longer than the Seahawks. And then the first half, third quarter, it looked like the Bucks was going to run away with this game. And then the Seahawks came out of the locker room, got 3 in the third, and the fourth quarter they woke up. Like
Blair. Keep on going. It's glare.
Yeah, like you expect most NFL teams to do. They woke up in the fourth quarter and made it a game. So I think for the Bucks, like we talked about, those are the big things. I mean, Rashad had 105. Lenny had 57 yards rushing. Never let him throw another pass again. I'll be happy with that. That's going to be on a highlight every channel you turn on probably for the next week. Lenny's terrible decision to throw that to Tom Brady, who slipped and got the pick. Receiving, Godwin 71 yards on 6 receptions, 11.8 average. Mike Evans had 54 yards. Julio, as you mentioned, 53 yards. And I joked, but I was dead serious. Hopefully Julio is coming back from Germany healthy. Kate Otten had some big receptions, 35 yards. To round that out, and again, we talk about the Bucs defense. I was hard.
Bring a Devin White stats.
I was hard on Devin White last time we had this.
Bring up the stats. What is it?
Last time I can't remember what game we talked. We had a podcast last time, but I was hard on Devin White saying and everybody was from Warren Sapp. We talked about Sapp saying he laid off a couple of plays, and he did.
I beat you. I beat you to the point since you don't want to say it.
No, I'm pulling up. I'm trying to find
8 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble.
But I'm getting to the point of what people were talking about Devin White, Warren Sapp, and Ryan Day and other people, rightfully so, because he did take a playoff. If you want to be a great, you got to make plays when he matter. And that fumble today, Devin White forcing that fumble on Geno, that was like at the perfect time because the Bucs needed a turnover because it came right after Leonard Fournette threw that interception.
Oh, so Leonard threw that because my cable cut off right after that. Okay, so Leonard threw an interception and Tom Brady slipped. I don't know, and that's another thing too. To the NFL, I'm telling y'all right now, or the Bucs, I don't know if Tom's gonna go to another team after this, if he's gonna retire. Look, man, it is now time to stop trying to force the GOATness. He's already a GOAT. We don't need that man to be playing no receiver. And the craziest part about it, Brandon has been very critical of Byron Leftwich's play call. Now I can for sure say that I can admit this for real. That was the dumbest bleep I ever seen. That was the dumbest bleep bleep play call I've ever seen.
The problem is because he ran it twice in the same drive.
Twice. Now the first time, everybody, Tom Brady was wide open. That was so disrespectful for him to be a professional athlete, which he is. The cornerback just said, "Oh, we're gonna wave him off." They wave him off like Draymond Green shooting threes. They wave him off. And he was wide open. And then they decided to run that joker back on the same dang on drive. So let's just stop trying to throw Tom Brady the ball. He dropped the ball in the Super Bowl, which is the biggest moment of his life. If he wasn't gonna get it done there, he ain't gonna get it done here. And if he ain't gonna get it done here, he ain't gonna get it done nowhere. So it's over with. He 45 years old out there trying to catch it. He wasn't gonna catch it nowhere.
Nah, on the first time he would have caught it, he was wide open. But it didn't make sense to run that play again on the same drive.
He was wide open in the Super Bowl.
Like it doesn't make sense to have called that again on the second. Like it just didn't make sense. But so
really even, man, you got to take it, man. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us happy how the Bucs have played this year, but I mean, it's 5-5 is what we are. So,
and shout out to really even, man. We ain't seen you since last year, man. Bucs were been slowing down because of Brandon. But we're gonna put it. When the Bucs start losing, Brandon don't want to be in the spirit no more. And also,
I was pissed after that Panthers game, and like really even said we shouldn't be talking about.
We didn't talk about did we talk about the Ravens?
Nah, that was a Thursday. Cause it was like right after that was a Thursday game. Okay. I don't know. We talked something in between.
The last game we actually talked about. I mean, for real.
We talked about the Ravens game because then we didn't get the Rams. I think we missed the Rams.
The last one we actually talked about for real. I mean, while I'm at it, you can keep on going.
And speaking of Devin White, I do want to in Devin White's press conference, send and I'm just reading the tweet saying, our thoughts and prayers to his family. Devin said before he boarded the plane to Germany that he learned his dad had passed away. So
wow.
Devin played with a heavy heart.
Wow.
Today, so that maybe have been the motivation playing for his pops.
Wow, man. Much condolences to Devin White, man. Me and Brandon definitely know what it's like to lose fathers out here. So much love to him, man. And also too, that game, the last time we actually was on here was October 24th when we lost to the Panthers and the Ravens was up next. And then you didn't want to do the Ravens podcast because you was mad. You threw a hissy fit.
I mean, because if you think about it, losing to the Panthers, the Bucs could very well be a 7-3 team. That Ravens and Panthers game, we should have won. And so that's what upsets you. Like when you see a team like how the Bucs played today. Now, granted, as I told you before we started, the Bucs got to put up more than 21 points, but W is a W. So when you think of how the Bucs played today and to lose against a terrible team like the Panthers, is like, bro, like the inconsistency is just baffling how we look good against good teams. Like the Seahawks is a good team.
Yeah.
And we look trash against.
I would say, they say a good team. I would say they're a decent team.
I mean, by record, they were 6-3.
Yeah, by record. See, that's the thing, though, man. See, and that's where I can kind of come in at. I don't just because you have a dope record or an okay record, that doesn't mean I'm going to give you all your marbles. That don't mean I'm going to give you your respect. Now, I can officially say that the Eagles are for real now. Remember a long time ago, I was telling you, I said, look, man, just because they 4-0, that don't mean nothing. I need about 2-3 more games. Now they don't gave me what they like 7-0 now. What are they? 8-0?
8-0.
Okay, now I officially say they are a real live threat. So the Eagles are for real, everybody. You're hearing it come from me out my mouth. I didn't say it first, but I'm not saying it last either. They for real. It just takes me a while for for a team to come around. But besides all that, let's get on Rachaad White though, man. Rachaad White. Now, you said that Leonard Fournette, you sent me an article about Leonard Fournette, and I want to read it right here on Bucs World, everybody. Brandon sent me an article where it explained that Leonard Fournette has not been happy. I wish I could click that thing. You sent it to me, and I want to click it. Okay, it says right here, Leonard Fournette extremely frustrated at being replaced. It says Bucs Todd Bowles said he was unaware of a report during broadcast on Sunday's game against the Rams, indicating that tailback Leonard Fournette was extremely frustrated for being held out of a drive late in the first half. Veteran sideline reporter Tracy reported that Fournette, who finished with only 19 yards and 9 carries, expressed his frustration after rookie backup Rachaad White was employed on a 10-play drive, ending with Ryan Sucker 52-yard field goal with the attempt getting blocked. So with that being said, and we look at everything, do you think this is trouble in paradise for Leonard Fournette now that we look at everything? Now, before you get into it, Brandon, this is what I want to say. Right? I want to say that Leonard Fournette has been getting a lot of great looks this year, a lot of good looks, I would say, but the line kept holding. I can tell you about 9 times Leonard had some good breakouts and some good first down, and it got called back. And I seen the frustration on his face in the last game. So I want to highlight that before we go into all the rest of the stuff. So what's your take on the whole Leonard Fournette situation?
I mean, the Leonard Fournette situation is almost deja vu over. I mean, we was talking about it. I mean, how Leonard Fournette became a starter. He was back up to Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones gets hurt, and his production goes down. Leonard Fournette comes in. Playoff Lenny is born. Lombardi Lenny is born. And Lenny takes over the starting spot. So, I mean, it's like the cycle is just spinning over again. And, I mean, you're right. Like today, Lenny had a what was that, a 10-yard gain, a holding penalty. But it's not even that. You look and see, you look at Rachaad White and how he runs and how Lenny runs. Rachaad White, naturally, because he's a rookie, just looks like he wants it more. Like he's like it looks like he's hungry. He hits the hole. Michael Irvin said it in the broadcast. Rachaad White hits the hole. Ain't no dancing around. He's
also slimmer than Lenny.
Yeah. So
he's slimmer.
Their styles look so different to where it does look like Rachaad White is the better back. But again, that's just I think it's just by product of like rarely even say he has played like crap. So yes, the offensive line is not the same O-line as when Leonard Fournette was the playoff Lenny, Lombardi Lenny. Yes, I think we all know that. But if Rachaad White can look good running behind this same line, why cannot Leonard Fournette?
Well, Lenny had a 4.1 average today, and he got taken out of the game early, and he had a touchdown. So, I mean, he only had 14 for 41. Rachaad, he had just broke that 100 yards, at the very end. So, who's to say that Lenny couldn't have had that same game? He didn't have a bad game today.
No, he wouldn't have had the same game. I don't know.
Don't make me, Brandon. Don't do it. Don't do this, Brandon.
I did. There's no way
Leonard Fournette did not have a bad game today. He had a good game up until the point. The only reason why you're going to say that he probably didn't have a good game is because you're going to compare it to Rachaad.
I didn't say he had a bad game. That never came out of my mouth. What I said was Rachaad White is the better running back. And when I say it looks like Rachaad Trey, we're on the winning side today. But now what it looks like is that Rachaad White is the better running back. I didn't say Lenny played bad today, but Rachaad White played better. And so
is he a better running back or he played better today?
This year, Rachaad White is the better running back. This year, Rachaad White looks like he's the better running back. Now, again, that was the same argument 2 years ago when we kept saying, "Oh, Lenny looks better than Ronald Jones."
We knew he was better. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah, but remember Ronald Jones was playing well too against the Panthers game, that 98-yard run. Like, so Ronald was.
I mean, to be honest, you wasn't expecting that run breakout. You expect that from people like Lenny and beyond. You wasn't expecting that. Nobody was expecting that.
I mean, it happened, but now I do think moving forward, because the Bucs have a two-back system. You know, the NFL has gotten away from having a fullback, so to speak, fullback. So I think the Bucs, with both running backs playing well, I mean, I think it works out in the overall as a team favor. And, you know, Rachaad White the other day, I can't remember what game that was, but he said any moment he gets, he's going to take it, and that he's a team player. So if Lenny plays, he's happy for him. So, you know, overall, I think the Bucs are in a good situation because they have play two backs all the time. And because, you know, you have Tom Brady at quarterback, who's not a mobile quarterback. Tom Brady likes those dump off passes. So as long as the running back can catch, you're going to be, you know, in good hands, you know, and good eyes as far as, you know, coaches. So if you can catch, you good. And that's what Rachaad has done well. Lenny has gotten better at catching. And Keyshawn Vaughn, you know, big 10-yard first down when it looked like Brady was.
And that probably saved him his job.
Yeah, and it saved the game.
Yeah, and it saved the game. So that's why he was so. Cause you got to think, man, a guy who he looks like he's tried so hard, but he just. I'm gonna be real. I gotta be honest, man. We gotta be honest. He just ain't got it. He just ain't got it. He ain't got that it about him, that it factor. And it's okay, you know. No disparaging to our brother. He was around when we got a Super Bowl, so he has a ring. But he just not Rachaad White, and he ain't Lenny. And to be honest, he ain't even Rojo. He had plenty of chances to prove himself, and he never went over that hump. So it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. So when I want to talk about this thing. So today, Sean Murphy-Bunting got beat for the touchdown. And Brandon was like, oh, he should have turned around. And I'm like, you know, the hardest thing in the world for a corner is when they get caught, when they know that even when they're not getting beat, unless a corner's not getting beat, then they're able to match their shoulder or be ahead and actually look back for the ball. SMB did not. If you guys know who Marquise Goodwin is, this guy was a track star. He is a track star. Well, he was, right? And he was getting beat. He beat Sean Murphy-Bunting for the touchdown. And Brandon was like, well, he should have turned around. No. I think we are very lucky that SMB didn't turn around, because had he turned around, it would have been ugly for him from the jump. It would have been ugly for him, period. So I feel like that was the best he could have done. And then also that was a great catch and a pass. And I'll say it was good defense. It was good defense. I mean, he for what SMB could do, it was good defense. For what he could do compared to Marquise Goodwin. That's pretty much all I got to say about that part. You know. So shout out to Levante David too for showing out today. Levante showed out. Our veteran keep on doing their thing. The only thing Brandon is talking about that he feel like needs help with the team is the defensive line, which I agree. They're not getting to that quarterback the way they should. But I will say this, but because we have some fat guys stacked up in that joker, that's why Devin White is always so able to run through the line and just get straight to the quarterback. That's why we can get to him the way we can, because we got those big guys commanding one or maybe two guards or tackles. And then what are you going to really do? Somebody gonna have some space to run up in there. That's how the Tide Bowl defense work, especially when you got big guys like Vita Vea. You got Hicks up in there. You got William Golson. These are not little guys. These are some big guys, man. So yeah, that's what it is. What you think, man?
No, I mean, I get it's just so different. Like the Bucs tweet today, you know, you can breathe, crew. It's just so hard being a Bucs fan, because you look at games like today and you're like, dang, we can be a good team. And then you see the Panthers game, or you see we've just lost so many games this year.
The Ravens game, the Steelers game, all that.
Yeah, the Steelers. That's what I meant, the Steelers.
But we're just now coming around. I feel like today was the game where we actually, the Rams game too, but today was the game where we actually looked like, all right, we know Otten can show up. We actually look like we found our guys, and our guys are actually healthy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just frustrating when you see the Steelers game see the Panthers game. It's like, bro, those are games we lost that shouldn't have won. Do you see today? And the Bucs look like a team that could beat anybody. It's like it's just frustrating because we know, on paper, the Bucs are a good team. And it's like, Trey, here we go.
Oh Lord, Greg, you tripping? Hey, Trey, you the one that got the bond going on around there in the house. It's you, not us.
But I mean, hey,
Will Ghost has been more like Will Ghost on this year.
Yeah, we're talking about the D line. I mean, again, I'm not the only one that notices the lack of big splash plays on the D line. Now, again, I mean, I know people are out. We talk about this year. Ndamukong Suh is not there, so there's more pressure on players like Vita Vea to make a splash play. Shaq Barrett is in.
Shout out to the youngin. Tryon stepped up.
Yeah, he had some good plays today. Shaq Barrett is out. So, but Shaq Barrett technically is on the line, but he ain't on the line.
Exactly.
You know how that works. But so that's my only thing from moving forward to bye week next week. But then on the 25th, whatever that is, next 2 Sundays from now, when the Bucs play the Browns. That's my only improvement wise is offense need to put up more points and then try to get the D line to not having to blitz to get a sack. Because, when you blitz, that means somebody's on the island in the secondary. So that's my only thing. I mean, overall, again, going to Germany, getting this W, the Bucs, and traditionally we have big games to get embarrassed. The last time, what was that, a London game where we got embarrassed? That was Jameis days. But, so to go to Germany and to get the W, Byron called a little bit better game today, except when he called that Lenny to throw to Brady 2 times. Overall, I think this is a win as a Bucs fan. As a team, you definitely look back and say, we're 5-5 going to the bye week. Hopefully more players get healthy. Antoine Winfield made a difference being back on the field today. So, I think there's a lot positive that you can say, Bucs, we're 5-5, but the thing is, gracefully and thankfully, we are in a terrible division. So 5-5 means we're in first place, and first place in your division means a playoff berth. So that is the great thing to look at. Yeah, our record sucks, but 5-5 means first place in NFC South. So
shout out to Julio Jones too, man.
I'm happy for Julio. I truly hopes he stays healthy and prove. I love players who prove people wrong. I love players when they get rolled off, come back and show them and show you they still got something left. I hope Julio becomes the Antonio Brown that the Bucs had, in 2020 when we went and won the Super Bowl. I hope Julio is that Antonio Brown when you need the big plays like today. The Bucs needed that touchdown, and Julio turned the burners on it and got to the end zone. So I hope Julio stays healthy for the rest of the season. That means if the Bucs got to do game management and let him play every other game or something until the playoffs, then do that. But he showed today why the Bucs went and got him and paying him, because he does make a difference if you line him up in that slot. You got Mike Evans to try to guard. You got a Godwin who played good today. You got
a lot of problems on your hands when you got Julio in that mix.
Yeah.
Especially with everything that we already got. So
rarely that was thank you. I couldn't remember.
I don't want, if y'all can do the Jameis slander, I'm not gonna do it.
I couldn't remember which game that was though.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's the last time I was saying, the Bucs usually embarrass themselves when they go overseas. And the last overseas game.
Yeah, we talked about that on Bucs Word somewhere.
Yeah, the last overseas game was when Jameis threw all them picks.
Oh Lord, why y'all doing this, man? I ain't got time, man. The Bucs won. I'm trying to stay in a good spirit, man.
Hey, Bucs won. I'm happy. It makes the Sunday a lot easier when the Bucs win.
I don't know what's going on my right eye. I've been tripping, y'all. But look,
now, we can talk about the Browns. The Browns. Record speaking, I don't think the Browns. Now I got to see when Deshaun comes back.
They are not to be played with. I wouldn't sleep on the Browns. The Browns, every time I've seen them, they at least put up a good fight. So
hold on. I'm trying to check and see when Deshaun comes back. I don't know if that's the Bucs game. So Deshaun comes back to practice on tomorrow. He starts practice again.
So we will be playing Deshaun.
He had an 11-game suspension. So the Bucs are 5-5. This is week 10. So it's very. I think
he'll be back. Oh, he'll be back. We're playing against Deshaun.
I don't know if he's. No, so he's not. So he's not eligible to play until December 4th. So the Bucs will not be playing Deshaun Watson. December 4th is when he's eligible to play.
Can you imagine the ratings of that game?
Because guess who he plays on December 4th?
Of course, man. We know who. I'm gonna be there.
I'm talking about the Deshaun. Guess who Deshaun Watson plays on December 4th?
Oh, he play Houston?
Yes.
They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose, bro. That's crazy, man. The NFL, these sports, man, these sports people, man, they got a way of setting it all up. Almost like how when they decided to have the first game in Germany, you knew they said, you know what, y'all, we sending Tom Brady out there. There's no way I will have a first game in Germany and not set it off. You know, it is what it is. So, man, look. And also Cade Otton, man. Shout out to Cade Otton. I appreciate him. He's an emerging. I hope he is becoming a star because Cameron Brate, he's still a little banged up. I'm surprised he's even back because the way he got hurt and got carried off that stretcher, I thought it was over for him. At least for the rest of the year.
Cameron Brate had a big catch today too on that it was a third down.
Just about everybody showed out and did their thing. I can't fault anybody, man.
Except the disappointment was Ryan Suckup. Like that kick wasn't even close. Like that kick, he hooked it right and it was short. Trey,
we got
Troy, what the eyes for?
I don't know. He probably talking about my eye been tripping. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. We got to start giving more credit. He gets his credit, but we got to start bringing him up a little more. Tristan Wirfs, we appreciate you.
Oh, he's the best lineman for the Bucs in years.
Tristan Wirfs has not allowed any sacks this entire year.
He should be in the Pro Bowl again this year.
So shout out to Tristan Wirfs out there, man. You've been doing your thing. You are appreciated. You know what I mean? So we about to go ahead and hang this thing on up. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all tune in to Bucs World. Like I said, we try to do this as much as we can. When Brandon get mad, he don't want to do them.
So, I know. If y'all are home, this Vikings and Bills game is probably about to be a classic.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right here on TV.
It's about to be a classic. And for my Florida folks, I hope the Bills win. Go Gabe Davis, UCF, fellow Knights.
Well, I will say this.
Trey said y'all know what y'all talked about. I don't know what he talking about.
The NFL know how to set some junk up. Yeah. I mean that's true. They do know how to set it up. I mean they set it up because they want.
For the Germany game, what other player is known across the world besides Tom Brady? Of course, for Germany,
you got to put Tom Brady in.
You got to. I mean, you got to put Tom Brady in a Germany game. The first one, yeah, you're gonna put Tom Brady there.
Yeah, you got to put Tom Brady in that joker, man. Also, too, for everybody out there, Brandon, he not good at Madden, but I'm good at Madden. So Trey know what else.
You're right. Because I don't play it like that.
Well, I play Madden, everybody. So I'm trying to get my little gamer tag out there, and I'm about to start going to other things with this. So if y'all see my PS5 thing down there, y'all see my gamer tag, Big Spoke Draco. Y'all make sure y'all hit me up. Make sure you add me as a friend on that joker. And if you want to play me, we can go ahead and get it in. Look, just go ahead and lock in my gamer tag. We out here. But I appreciate y'all. You got any more? You got any close? Wait, you got it. Okay. You got any? Good to have Winfield back. See, I was wondering why my FF had points out, or my fantasy football had points already. I was looking at it. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, man. It's a spoke going to stream Bucs on the Bucs World. I mean, I might as well stream it on Bucs World with my game, right? That's a good idea. Right now, the stream is not on Bucs World, but I'm going to transfer this video over to Bucs World. So I might just go ahead and stream everything with Bucs World on that joker. Look like Leonard Fournette overall rating about to go down because of Rashad's about to go up. So Rashad about to be a threat on Madden now. So that's what he said. I'll give you the business. I'll give you the business in Madden. Well, go ahead and add a gamer tag. You feel me? Add a gamer tag and I'll see you. I'll see you all day with it. Okay. So, any closing remarks, Brandon?
No, I'm truly today. It just feels good to be a Bucs fan again. So I can't even it just feels good. Like the Bucs, you go into a bye week, not only with a win, but you're back to 500 at 5-5, and there's a lot to build off on. So I can't be mad. I mean, like everybody played their hearts out again. I want to send my thoughts out to Devin White. It's for him to go out and play. Not only to play, but to hop on a plane and go overseas, knowing you can't be with your family, and then to go out and play, no matter what your relationship is, with any of your parents, whether it's close or not, that actually, so, big ups to Devin White, to go out there and, with the weight on your shoulders and to still have a good ass game. It says a lot, about who you are as a person and a player. So, go Bucs.
Hey, man. Go Bucs, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Shout out to Devin White. Shout out to the entire team. Shout out to Buc Nation. Man, we here for it. And, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So we out here. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Y'all know how I end it every single time. Our offense rough, our defense tough. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Ain't no other team stopping us. Go Bucs, go Bucs. In the Germany, in the Raymond James, we do our thing every time we score them cannons bang. The cannons ain't banking with the Germany. If you want to see
I know that's what I wish could have happened though, because this technically was a home game for the Bucs. I wish they would have at least manufactured some cannons. Like just over the speakers, like something to.
Yeah, man.
This was technically a Bucs home game.
That's true. That's true. It was, but hey, I mean, we was out there fighting for something. We're representing for all the Tampa Bay fans in Tampa as well. So they went out there with chip over chip. Because imagine Julio running to the end zone with the cannons banging. That'd have been crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. We got the dub, y'all. Like I say, shout out to my dog, Jameis. Jameis, where you at? James, I'll see you on December 4th or December. I'll see you on December 5th, and that's if they start your behind.
Yeah, that's another conversation. And I mean, the Saints, thankfully, their season's going south. They keep losing, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's
the Steelers. I'm watching. The Steelers are beating the Saints right now, 7-0.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm watching.
And actually, the Steelers are in scoring. Oh. The Steelers are about to score again. Yeah, so the Saints, it ain't.
All right, y'all. Well, we're here, man.
We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
If you want to see a game, go Bucs. Go Bucs. I'm a Tampa Bay fan, and I'm going to stay with them. If we don't come back, that mean Brandon. If we don't come back, that mean Brandon mad because we stay losing. That's what I'm going to say at the end. If we don't come back, that means Brandon mad because we stay losing. Yeah. Let's end this with a dub. Win, win, win. Go Bucs. We out here. We love y'all, Bucs World. Much love. Make sure y'all follow the Gamer Tag. Hit up Bucs World on YouTube. Make sure you hit it on, hit up my Facebook. Y'all know how we do. We try to keep everything connected. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And forever go Bucs.
Yes, sir.